Hey, what is up guys, Guitar Rock here. Welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. I know, it's been a while. I haven't made Tower of Fantasy videos in a while, right? The truth is, there's nothing much to talk about. The last time we did SAKI pulls, I pulled for SAKI, I make a testing with her. But now we actually have a new event going on. But I'm gonna be frank with you guys, the event format in this game is a little bit lacking. Alright, it's like kind of the same-ish over and over again. There's nothing wrong with the event, but it's just how it was executed. Like this one, you know, the Mia toy store. I don't know, the event seems a bit simple, like there's no reason for me to make dedicated video just talking about the event. But today, we got more news, so I'm gonna like clump it all together at just one go so we can all talk about what's happening. First things first, there's going to be an event, Star with Night, you can see. This event will last from November 22nd to December 12th, alright? So obviously, you can clearly see right now you can open chest, challenge, event world bosses, etc. Alongside, we're also gonna get LIN, right? So we're gonna talk about LIN shortly. But if you guys are not aware, LIN is coming to global, finally. Alright, let's give you guys an idea about LIN. We're gonna check out her stats shortly. But first, so I've seen some speculation being thrown around regarding LIN's nerfs. Alright, obviously she is nerfed. Quote-unquote nerf, but she's more like rebalanced to fit the global meta more, right? You guys are aware by now, like come on, by now we should all be aware, alright? So that every character that comes to global is gonna get nerfed. This is due to them having massive stats increase exponentially in CN, and CN power creep is just insane. So in global, they're trying to change that for sure, alright? So every character is gonna get downscale a little bit, rebalance, whatever the word is. But for LIN, it's a little bit weird, I guess, because it's like she is supposed to fit into certain team comps. Probably if you run like Flame, you can put her in. If you run Physical, you can probably slot her in. You run Volt, you can probably slot her in. But the truth is, right now that she has been nerfed down a little bit, some people have been saying, okay, maybe you don't need LIN as much. Is that a bad thing for me? It sounds like a good thing because you're not forced to pull for LIN, right? So if she's rebalanced to a point that you can choose to not get her, then don't get her. But the truth is, right now, right, if you're running Physical, do you pull for LIN if you're running for Physical? There's only two Physical characters in the game right now. Shiro, Claudia. Now, do you want to like pull for LIN? Maybe not. Maybe just save for Lyra, which is supposedly the next character after LIN, right? So I'm sure you guys are aware. But yeah, let's talk about, besides that, there's also this new skin. SAKI skin. Some players were not happy with the SAKI skin. Alright, because this is obviously going to be gacha skin, again, similar to how they've done this before. The only way to get this skin is through the gachapon system. And it's going to cost about 9,000 if I remember correctly, 9,000 dark crystals to be able to obtain this skin. Let's show you guys the preview. Alright, so this is the preview right here. I think it's a pretty well designed skin. Alright, it looks nice. They call this, some people call this a wedding skin, but it's not really a wedding skin. It looks really majestic. I actually like the design of this skin. I'm thinking maybe I want to get this skin for myself, but hey, we'll see. I do like SAKI's design. I still haven't A1 my SAKI. Still thinking what's the best course of action right now for my account. Obviously, this skin has caused a little bit of controversy. Some players were not happy with a LIN and SAKI coming at the same time. Because if you are a SAKI main or something like that, you're gonna be upset because you might need to pull for LIN because she's meta, and then SAKI, and then it's like, you know, it's gonna cause a little bit of dilemma. Now let's talk about LIN. Alright, so we're gonna jump into LIN. We're gonna talk about the skin later a little bit, but let's talk about the LIN first. Should you pull for LIN? What are the differences so far, right? So a couple of good news that I can talk about LIN. Number one is her advancements from 1 star to 5 star. It remains unchanged. That is good. That is so good, right? So the fact that she doesn't get nerfed on her ascension or advancement specifically, so it's going to help you. If you're free to play, you're thinking you want to invest a lot in her, I do think it's the right choice, right? The alter damage from the Shadow Weave are not nerfed at all. The only thing that's changed is the 6 stars. So what is changed in the 6 stars, right? So at 6 stars, the Moonlight Realm can be activated 2 times, gains 1 charge, blah blah blah. But the thing is, this one, the damage bonus while inside Moonlight Realm is increased to 15%. This is in CN. Now in global, 15%, 13%. Alright, so 13%, 2% decrease. That's about it. Advancements, I do like her advancements a lot. Obviously, I do get asked a lot, like for advancements, what kind of stars should you get for Lin, right? So 1 star, you can see normal attack now deals area damage upon hit. So you can do AoE from your normal attack. So 1 star is like a must-have, alright? And then when there's this explosion, increase the damage of these subsequent epiphyllum explosions up to 50%. 2 star, you only get the growth. Let's talk about 3 star. So epiphyllum generation interval from Moonlight Realm is now reduced to 0.3 seconds, and epiphyllum will attach to the enemy. Duration of Moonlight Realm is now increased to 20 seconds. So ideally, this is going to be good. The duration increased to 20 seconds is going to help you a lot if you are trying to use her. The thing is, let's talk about the Moonlight Realm, right? So create a Moonlight Realm around yourself for 15 seconds. 15 becomes, it goes up to 20. I do think this is this 5 seconds extra is going to help you a lot, alright? Especially in a lot of contents that requires you to be able to do as much DPS as possible. I would say 3 star is pretty solid stopping point for most low spenders or free-to-play players, right? But if you really can't, at least get 1 star. Going up to 5 star, you can see under the effect of Moonlight Realm, gain 30 weapon charge every second and increase the damage of discharge skill by 15%. This is like a good bonus, but I don't think it's a must-have. 15%, yeah, it's pretty cool, but I would say, like, for me, the stopping point that I see right now, the most efficient is 3 star. But obviously, that might change later on once we have the characters to test with. Or yeah, keep in mind now, this is not confirmed yet, right? So all of this is based upon what Sova TOF has released. I even forgot to credit. Sova TOF is the one that releases this. There's a chance that later on there will be changes as well. Alright, so keep that in mind. But based on everything that Sova has released so far, the normal attack, air strike, mud scatter, whatever, everything is the same. Alright, nothing has been changed. The dodge attack, the aerial attack, whatever is the same. So the big main changes here is going to be on the skill. Alright, so this particular skill, the Moonlight Realm, right? So even the particular Moonlight Realm, the 9% jumping ability is increased, everything. This one is exactly the same. But what has changes is the particular buffs to specific elements. If you guys are not aware, if you use like 2 other flame, 2 other volt, 2 other frost, 2 other physical, the Moonlight Realm can do certain things, which is why Lin is like, can fit in any team comps. But let's talk about first things, the flame, right? Okay, so flame, there's no changes. Let's talk about volt. Now volt, this is in CN, right? Dodges have 65% chance of not being consumed. Dodge attacks deal 35% more damage. Alright, so it's no longer the case. So it's still 65% of chance not consuming dodge, but it's 5% boost to dodge attack damage right there. And when you use Volt Resonance, increase Volt damage by 30%. This is in CN. In Global, it's now reduced to 10%. Now, some players have come out with speculation that maybe it's not worth it to get Lin for Volt. Depends, but I do think this 10% is gonna help you for sure, right? So it really depends on who you have. Right now, Volt is pretty straightforward. You have Nemesis, and then you have either Samir or Crow. Like, it's pretty straightforward. So the third slot, you can either put Claudia or you can put Lin. But yeah, those two, depending on who you prefer, Lin is going to help you for sure. This 10% is nothing to scoff at, right? So let's look at Frost. This is where I see a lot of people debating whether it's worth it or not for Lin to actually fit in the Frost comp, right? So let's look at this. This is in CN. Again, we look at CN first. When using 2 Frost weapons, you can see enemies in the realm receive Frost damage 10 times. They enter a state of Frostbite for 15 seconds, receiving 22% more Frost damage. Okay, so now in Global, what it does is Frost attack increased by 10%. Straightforward. Getting 10% Frost attack. Now this is a pretty minuscule buff compared to what Tsubasa can provide. Alright. So I think I've heard a lot of talks. Some of the theory crafters basically came out and say, if you have Tsubasa at A6, more than likely, Lin is not going to be able to improve your team that much. If you're running Frost, right? Maybe Saki, Freak, and then Tsubasa. Tsubasa A6 does a lot, alright? But if Lin is at A6, Lin has her matrices, then maybe Lin can compete with Tsubasa in that third slot. But for now, Tsubasa A6 apparently is still better. Of course, we gotta test it out once it comes out. I don't think I'll be able to test it out though. You gotta need a very high advancement Lin. But that's what I've been hearing. Last but not least is physical, right? So physical, you can see 150% attack plus 8 seconds. That's for CN, and for global is 50%. So you can see all the numbers toned down a little bit in global. Yeah, this makes everything more balanced for sure. And then you can also go here and check at the discharge. Apparently the discharge reduced significantly as well. So you can see 552%. Alright, this is going to be reduced to 368%. And then the explosion that deals afterwards is 184 as opposed to 271 in CN, right? So discharge and the Moonlight Realm, the skill is modified, you know, balanced according to global. Everything else remains the same. I do like the direction of Lin. I think this is going... Lin so far has the least amount of nerfs. I know this is crazy, right? But if you look at how much Freak was nerfed from CN to global, you look at how much Saki or Ruby was nerfed from CN to global. Remember when Ruby first came out? Remember when Freak first came out? The amount of nerf, everyone was like, wow, nerf, unplayable. But Ruby, strongest flame unit right now, right? Literally. Not to mention, same applies for Freak. Freak is like the strongest DPS for even ice teams, right? I think Saki still really solid. Saki doesn't really like, you know, push Freak out of meta. The thing is with Lin, I think she's going to be really strong. She's going to be really solid for global. Again, this is coming from a sentiment of if you plan to take this game seriously in the long run, I think Lin is going to benefit you because no one else can do what she can do. Right now, maybe you want to build a specific team. Maybe you want to build specifically a physical, a Volt. But in the future, you might want to build 2 teams, 3 teams, right? So this is where Lin comes in. She's going to have that flexibility for you in that last slot. So I think having her, you know, is definitely a bonus, definitely going to help you out in your account. I don't think pulling for her is going to be a bad decision at all, right? Now let's talk about the skin, alright? Let's talk about the skin. I've seen a bit of like controversy regarding this skin. Players are not happy that they are putting more of the skin in the gachapon. This is not the first time that they're doing this. They are doing this a third time, third time. Probably they're going to continue doing this. Alright, it's not going to change. It is what it is. Most players have learned to accept it. You know, making noise about it is probably not going to change how. I guess the only way that they will stop is if they see, oh, nobody buys the skin at all, nobody spends money on the gachapon, but I'm sure they have the data. That's why they're continuously doing this. Alright, it's something that is really unfortunate. I would really love to get the skin myself, but hey, it is what it is. Lin is the priority for me. So yeah, that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of Lin, of Saki skin. Do you guys hate it? I'm sure you guys hate the gachapon skins and also the events. Like, it's a bit boring, right? The event is like, ugh. They need to make the events more exciting, alright? I think that's something that they gotta improve on. There's an event going on, but it's just meh. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.